Hello and a very, very good morning to you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Cafe Clairvoyance show. We're doing a pop-up show today, and well, the reason why I do a pop-up show because every now and then we just like to bring on something different, or to bring on you guys, talk about things going on at the moment, how we can lift our spirits through this particularly unusual time we're going through, and so hopefully, guys, and also I'm joined this morning by the fabulous Jody Pearson. Here she is with me.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our pop-up show.
Yep, this is our pop-up show. So during the show today, we're going to be talking about positivity. We're talking about calmness, and we're also going to be talking about spirituality, live little mini readings, energies, all this stuff, and just having a really good, lively time. How's that? Sound good?
Sound good, guys? Good vibes.
Fantastic. Good.
But before we start,
we're going to have a little smudge.
How many of you smudge?
Yes.
How many of you know what smudging is?
Okay, just clearing the energy. So, and sometimes during this particular show here, we're just take you through a little guided, not so much meditation, but relaxing part of the show just to see how you guys feel. How's that? Oh, we got Midya coming in. Hello, Midya. Lovely to see you.
Hello, Midya. Good morning.
Good morning, good morning. And I hope you're well. Okay, so today is an unusual day because we've got Charlie Banks on.
Good. Hello, Charlie.
Good morning, Charlie.
How are you,
darling? Today's an unusual day. It's in numerology. It's a 5-day, and we think, okay, what's that all about? What does 5 mean? Well, 5 in numerology is very much about a day of sometimes being chaotic, but it's also a day of sometimes sudden opportunities, sudden breakthroughs in things. Sometimes where we're stuck in this mold at the moment. In our minds, in our hearts, and our spirits here, we can find a little bit of niceness there somewhere. Lisa says, good morning.
Hi, Lisa.
Hello. Good. So, how have you been finding this particular time?
It's a very chaotic time, and I think we all have to admit that probably our energies have been extremely up and down. One day we're very positive and we just know that everything's going to be okay. And the next day we have a little wobble and we think, oh, where's it all going? And, we're desperately trying to hang on to hope here, there and everywhere. And, I've certainly been like that, haven't you?
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
And I know lots of people that follow me and, family and very close friends. We've all been in the same sort of mix. And we're positive people, aren't we?
We're very positive, very vibey, and it's not something which is just generated through clouds of optimism and airy-fairiness. No, you've got a choice here sometimes, haven't you?
Yes, you have. And, we know as spiritual people that you can either look at it from a spiritual point of view, a political point of view, however which way you want to look at it. We were going to ascend from where we were, and that was always going to change.
It always was.
So, but you've got in the mix here of the political, the corruption, people lying to us and the chaos around everything that's going on in our worlds. And then I always, when I have a wobble, because, things like that really affect me when people have been lying to us and the leaders who we're meant to trust and, believing that we can't actually do that at the moment. So I always take myself back to the spirituality of where we are.
Yeah.
And remind myself that actually this was meant to happen. And everything has to collapse before we can rebuild and start anew.
This is interesting. Looking at a lot of soothsayers. Do you watch Gaia Now?
Yes.
On the TV channel, because when you go into one of those, Deborah watches those a lot. Deborah, the producer, watches those a lot. She's just there, it's just there. And a lot of people actually say here that 2020 through to probably about 2023, maybe 2025, are the years which everything was going to be a processing and changing and overhauling.
Definitely.
No one quite knew what it was, what the overhaul was going to be. But it's interesting how something so microbiotic can upheave society in every way. Something so tiny. It's almost like we expect a mountain or something like that to be in a way, or an earthquake or something devastating.
But it has been such a challenging, devastatingly, chaotic time for us all because it's happened so quickly. And even though you read it before and I knew we were going into a new world, and none of us imagined, expected for us to be where we are today.
No, not at all.
And,
not at all.
you know, it is sad. There's a lot of devastation. I mean, through the charity work, you know, I'm helping people all the time, families. And that's what, you know, when I get passionate and I get on my soapbox, I think, you know, it's because...
it's good to watch that.
Yeah, I get on my soapbox because I'm not sitting at home, you know, with a house paid and a mortgage and everything hunky-dory, just saying, well, everything's going to be all right. You know, we have to work for a living, and, you know, there's many families like us who need money to survive, and there's too many people suffering. And I don't understand that why our leaders would push so much money into propaganda when there's just basic poverty in the world. That really doesn't sit right with me.
No, and I agree with you. And I think here that this process going through is even challenging. It really is challenging. Even the we could say the political fields. We could say the people who thought they were in control are no longer in control, are they?
Yeah, and we are seeing a lot of collapse now in a lot of the systems, which is unsettling for us as people, because we're like, oh, you know, it's happening in lots of different countries around where leaders are stepping down, you know, resigning, walking away. There's revolutions happening. You know, there's riots, and we need to reach that point.
Yes.
Because everything needs to be broken down, everything needs to collapse, so that we can rebuild and start anew and fresh in a better world with compassion, empathy, love, and
if we've got that, I think that we're going to start somewhere beautiful. We've just got to work through this. Now, how do we do it? How can you take your place take this world, take your situation from one place and move it on to the next through this change and this uncertainty? Because it is the uncertainty as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I think a lot of people I know certainly are really thinking outside the box now. You know, if you've got a business, think, how can I adapt it? How can I make this work for me?
Yes.
And if your particular business doesn't, try and set something up alongside it, where you can start building a new you, a new future, a new little road that's going to take you, you know, where our new future is going.
I think so. I think you're right. And I think a lot of people where they had, especially, I mean, your trade here, being in a restaurant business.
Yes.
That's just like, no matter what you do at the moment, apart from takeaway services, it's just not going to work, is it? It's not
absolutely not.
So a lot here. Hi, Deborah. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, everybody who's coming through. Hello. And I think a lot of people, what they're going through at this present time is they're having to evolve very differently. And a lot of people are now saying, and I think it's true, especially with cafe networking, is to push everything, what you can, or create something online.
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
And a lot of people say to me here, well, why am I going to do something online? Why am I doing something online here when I know there's so many other people doing the same thing? Well, if so many other people are doing the same thing, what does that tell you?
Yeah, there's room for everybody. You
and
know,
there's a demand.
Yeah, there is definitely. There's you know, it's a big wide world out there, and you know, we've all got our own little ideas, and we're all unique in our own little way. And I do believe that, you know,
we are. Please like and share this video, guys. As Deborah, the producer, is saying back there, she's saying here, please like and share the videos. Producers, go down to a button just out there, and it will say shared. If you could share this, that'd be absolutely marvelous, because it's a free show, guys. Yeah. And during the show, we're going to talk about what problems you're facing, how we can discuss this. We're not the solution, but we're definitely the voices and the advocates out there to discuss this, open up discussions, and help guys here to maybe embrace a new future. Now, as humans, we are wonderful at thinking. We're good at that, aren't we?
We are.
We are very good.
Sometimes we overthink too.
That's exactly what's going on with a lot of people at the moment. Astrologically here, we've got the sun down in Aquarius, which is the open air sign, the sign of intelligence and the sign of freedom and the sign of humanitarianism that wants to care, wants to help things. But it's making a square of 90 degrees at the moment to Uranus, which is over in Taurus. Taurus is fixed, it's stubborn, it's stuck. And Uranus is there saying here, well, whatever you're trying to push forwards, whatever you're trying to do, no matter how hard it is, there's that feeling here at the moment that it's just not moving forward. However, when we have energies like this, give you doggy its breakfast. Oh, you can hear the dog in the background.
Well, there's actually 4 dogs here. Sorry about that.
That's right. Yes, so these energies, when they feel stuck like this, sometimes you just got to bear with a bit of time. It's this link, this energy is going to slowly pass on through. But what it's saying here is this Uranus side here, we get too fixed in our heads. We get this energy inside us that we feel very blocky.
We're moving into a retrograde as well.
Yes.
So I think we're all going to feel slightly stuck. We feel with the retrograde things, actually go a little bit backwards. Things from the past come up in, to maybe remind us of certain things that taught us a lesson, or that we sort of need to heal ourselves from, maybe.
We do.
And life is a journey, and it will always challenge us, but it's how we react to those challenges that make us the person that we are.
I think so too. Yes. One of the ways to do this, guys, it sounds nuts, but do it. This is a good idea. We're stuck with this energy, and sometimes we've got to shift it. Do you like dancing?
I love dancing. I'm not saying I'm great at it.
Probably like me.
I'm actually getting to the point where I'm actually thinking that I'm quite a good singer. Franco thinks I'm crazy, because I'm really not. But I'm actually, I sort of release my energies, and I have a good old sing-song.
Well, that's brilliant.
With a little bop.
With a little bop. Okay, that's what you've got to do. Is have a sing-song, have a bop. Because the energy is very stuck at the moment. It's a stuck energy. You can't, I can't do anything.
Yeah.
Sometimes the only thing to do is go and jump up and down, dance.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah.
And I think my problem is I've always wanted to kind of save the world a little bit. So that comes from my charity background and obviously doing the charity work. So I get really frustrated with the world, with some of the people in it. And I just, for some reason, I think I've got to save the world. And, I always give myself a little sing-song on a bop to bring me back and say,
good, good. Yes, I tried doing that and then you got arrested in concert. There you go.
Did you?
Dancing away. It's a good thing I do. And it's interesting here because I was even crossing paths with shoppers who are very sombre and down.
Have you noticed how many sad and angry people, even in the supermarket? The other day Franco and I...
That was starting wrong.
Yes. No, we went into Aldi and... sorry, but I mean, me and hand gel, I can't put hand gel on me 20 times a day. It's just something that's just, I'm never going to comply with. I'm a very clean person and I've got a great immune system and I eat very, very healthy and I'm extremely fit and healthy. So we get into Aldi and I pretended to put the gel on my hands.
Yes.
And the lady was like, "You didn't do it properly." And Franco was like, "Yes, you did." And she was like, "No, you didn't." She was like, "You're going to spread the disease and everyone's going to die." And Franco told her, obviously.
To wind her neck in.
Yeah, because she was so angry. I just sent her love and I just said, I just send you love because she was so angry.
Yeah. Yes.
You send people love when they're angry.
Yes, I find it quite funny sometimes because you've got to see the funny side of it when they're angry. And that makes them more angry. That makes it... They just look at you and don't know what to say. It's almost like they're
angry with someone about that. It's so sad.
It is sad, but then people think, and especially when you put like an orange or yellow jacket on someone, they suddenly go into authority mode.
Yes.
And they suddenly you've got to follow these rules, you've got to do this, you've got to do that. And then you humour it, and their faces just absolutely, well, you've just taken away my power.
Yeah, exactly. You're exactly right. You're exactly right.
So sometimes when I go past shoppers and they say, "Morning,"
do I know you?
Do I know you?
You're being a bit nice. And it's like...
But then when you cross aisles again, even they come back and say, "Morning."
I know.
It's funny.
Well, even when I'm walking the dogs, you can come past a really angry driver and, and I always go, "Morning," because they're like, "You're in my way. You're in my way."
Deborah, even I was walking down the road the other day, and there's a Asian lady. I was with my dog, and she jumped into the entrance of a hallway somewhere. My dog just walked on by, said hello. Yeah. She freaked up, put her hands in the air. My wife and I just walked on by, and this other lady was absolutely furious because we hadn't said anything. And I said, the dog's mind its own business. My dog does not bites, do anything to people. It's just a bit over the top.
Isn't it? And you just feel sad for them. Their little
Yes.
souls are just crying.
Well, that's bred into people, isn't it? So fear, in one respect, whether it's through a dog or through something else, is something that's bred into you. Whether out there is telling you about it, the television's telling you about it, whatever it is. But there is a soul retrieval here, which brings us back into balance and just goes, it's a time of adjustment, a time of change. And sometimes here we've got to stop thinking here and feel out of here.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, if you just have some still moments throughout your day, I do it quite a lot, especially when I'm walking, and you know, it's lovely to feel that love in here, and you know, the world is, you know, if we all just share a bit of love and a few smiles and a little bit of happiness, I mean, it's
easy, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's
right.
Here's a little thing for you to try. Two fingers like this, and just on your heart here. And part of EFT, emotional freedom technique, is to tap at certain places on your body. We're not going to do all of that today, but we're just going to tap on our heart.
Yeah, I've done this.
And when you're tapping on your heart, so on your heart here, you're awakening the vibration, the consciousness of your heart, which then sends signals up into your mind that comes up from a calmness, a place of peace. There's a peace here. Now, it's interesting when we do this, and as I just tap away, I'm just going to read out some of the comments here. Charlie Banks, I love this. She says, I've recently taken up the drums, but I'm just going to put this on the thing here while we're just tapping away. I've recently taken up the drums with my son, and that helps to release my frustrations. It helps you to focus on one thing. And that's good. That's good.
Oh, I'm coming to learn to play the drums.
Yes. I mean,
that would get rid of some frustrations, wouldn't it? Can you imagine that?
It's brilliant. I mean, I had my neighbour knock on my door the other morning at 3 o'clock in the morning.
To say what?
I mean, well, luckily I was still up playing my guitar.
But what did they knock to say?
Anyway, yes, so I imagine you're keeping up the neighbours as well with that. Well, good rhythm. Charlie, I think that's fantastic. That is brilliant. That is so much fun. So just tap here, and you don't have to tap in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You just tap in, like da 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 da.
I feel like spirits around us.
Yes, you know? yes. Yeah, you're right. There are. I was in your loo a minute ago, and I thought, here, there's spirits here.
Yeah.
Yes, basically where they hang out, these ones. Anyway, so what I say to you, try this, okay? Just follow me. What I like to do is go three short taps. 1, 2, 3, a long one. A short one. Okay. 3 long ones. That's it. 3 long ones. Now I want you to do a tap, 2 short ones, and a tap. Okay. You've just done Morse code for love.
Oh,
Isn't that nice?
that's beautiful.
Isn't that nice? It just brings down the atmosphere.
Oh, I love that.
See, there you go. So sometimes, although we're tapping in frequency, we're talking energy. So we can just tap away. You do like that, don't you? You're all gooey. Look at you.
Because I just love a bit of love.
I'll get you a bear. There's a bear out there. It's a teddy bear. Right.
Oh, we got Maria. Hello, Maria, darling.
Derek says, if he was playing his guitar at 3 a.m, I would brain him with it. Thank you very much. He's probably right. Yes. And Maria says, hello, beautiful people. And Joanne says she loves it. And Deborah also says, hello, Joe. Hello, Joe. Hello and good morning, everybody. Lovely to see you. Lovely people. Good. Okay, so what we're working through this morning, guys, is we're coming up to 11:20. We're going to start doing some other bits in a minute. We're going to start doing some mini readings for you guys. So you like some mini readings, just put them through on the feed here. What we need is a colour, because I like to work through auras. And also here, I would need a question. If we do just a general reading, we'll go off on all sorts of places, maybe not a related area that you wanted to talk about. But if you were to put in a question, that would be great. Specific question, like for instance, yes, your neighbour who's complaining about the drums. We're not saying anything, Charlie. We're not spreading rumours about you at all.
I'm just glad you live next door to me.
Great idea. Great ideas, Deborah. And so we're just going to do that this morning. So if you like to have you like a little mini reading, just put this on a feed. We're going to take them as they come across here, and that'd be great. How's that? How's that helpful to you? Yeah. We'll be using different techniques here. We'll be using a little bit of spirituality stuff. We're also, I gather, you've got your special cards.
I have got my angel cards here with me today.
Okay.
And I know that my nanny in spirit is here with us today as well.
Yes, actually she is. She is. Yes.
She's very spiritual and she's with us today.
Yes, and I'm using the playing cards, and these are to use the playing cards for this. Okay, playing badly as well. Okay, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter here. It's sound, it's rhythm. It's brilliant. I mean, I love singing, but Deborah says to me, just sing as far back as possible.
We could be a duo.
You're really sure about this? You'll probably be better than me.
No,
anyway, actually, do you know what a great thing to go and do this? This is fantastic. Helen Grady, a lovely medium, says good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Helen. How are you?
Good morning, Helen.
Are we all well? And right, we got everybody coming up here now for readings. We're just going to go back and just find the first one there. Right, okay. Okay. Now, as we're doing the readings here, we're going to have a chat about you guys, how we can help you. I was going to say something else then, just completely slipped out the top of my mind, but come back to you just a second. Right, okay, let's have a little look here. So, now, everybody has a spirit. Everybody has a spirit guide, because sometimes I think, yeah, I don't have a spirit guide. Everybody has a spirit guide. It's a contract that you made with a spirit before you were born. Now, here's something interesting for you to know. You're looking at this particular period and thinking, oh God, this is hell. This is hell we're going through. However, before you were born, you already signed into
up for this.
You signed up for this.
Yes, and I just love that because certain souls, you know, we are, I feel so blessed to have been born into my soul, and I'm sure you feel the same.
I do.
Because we are living through the most divine moment ever.
It is, because whatever's going on logically, physically, realistically, is just falling apart. So whatever else you've got to turn to, spirituality.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's so beautiful.
Yes, it is.
And we did sign up for this.
Yeah.
And you might not like the fact that you did, but you did. And your soul was meant to be on this journey. And sadly, there will be some souls that fall by the wayside because, you know, their soul will leave the earth plane and it will go off to its next journey. But you know, there's lots of souls here. You know, our energies are what are needed now. Us spiritual warriors, our energies are so needed right now.
They are.
To ascend and to help others to become more open and grow.
I think that's beautiful. Beautiful. Very well said there. Helen Grady's on there. There's your picture just there, my dear. There's your picture just right, okay, let's have a look here. So first of all, we've got Lydia. She's up here. I'm not even going to pronounce your surname, but it sounds fantastic. But to have a surname like that, you go down in history as something one of the Roman gods of empires or something like this. It's Lydia the Hagifontos. Is it Hagizinofontos? I think we're there. Yes, beautiful name. Okay, right, so you've gone for pink. Pink is a lovely colour to go for love. Beautiful colour to go for love. And if I was looking around soul partner, now this is where we've got to be a little bit careful. Soul partners do not necessarily mean that they're the partners that live with us romantically. Soul partners are some of the people who come through and sometimes challenge us. Can be very challenging. They're lessons that you learn. If we're looking romantically, it's very different. But there's a gentleman here who just wants to step through for you, Lydia. A very nice man. He has a very big heart. He's very emotional as he wants to come through and talk to you. And he says he used to smoke a lot. So I'm just hearing it here. He's on your father's side of your family. And he's stepping forward because he wants to say to you here, he's very excited to come through. And he says, yeah, there's lots of changes going on around your life at the moment. Not necessarily through what we've got with Corona, things like that, but a lot of positivity coming through. He's very excited about transitions, changes. He's very excited about your fitness. He's very excited about you getting healthier, and he's very, very happy here. Now, when it comes to love and things like this here, he laughs with me because would you understand here that you're quite a strong woman? This could sometimes be, for some men, it's like, oh my goodness. But actually, sometimes you get men that who are attracted to you because you're strong, because they want you to look after them. Nil point. No, that's not going to work. But he's saying to me here, he says here, now, if I look at a bit later on in the year and I step up towards around about May time, May, June time here, he just gives me the signs here that times are warming up. I think here that you'll find that romantically, there's a slight, he's laughing with me because he says yes. And he says here, I get the feeling here, oh my goodness, I've got to say this. He wants to say to me an excitement about the relationship. Now, I can't say it's live what he wants to say here, but it's a relationship. If I just pronounce it this way, it starts with a letter S and ends up with XE after it. So you understand where we go.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt on that one. Yeah. So it looks good. It looks fun. But he just wants to say to me, he's a lovely, lovely man. He just said granddad. Just said granddad to me. And he's just said to me here as well here to say to you that he just let you know everybody's all right up there. Everybody's all right. And there's a lot of spirit. You're working with spirit as well a little bit. He tells me. So good. Well, would you like to draw a card for me, dear?
Yes.
Let's see what we get here.
Okay. Are we going to do?
You do yours and just take one out if you like.
Okay.
Well, actually, I could.
Like to?
Oh, this is very nice. It is. This is companionship. We're so polite, so companion orientated. Oh, good. That actually is a good one. There you go. So it says ask.
Ah.
Yes.
Can you read it?
I can. Ask us to help you in this situation, and we will immediately go to work on your behalf. We're governed by many universal laws, and among them is the free will that allows you to make your own choices and decisions. So we patiently await your request. Now, this is interesting, video, because this is what I'm being told here as I'm reading this out here, is you've got to welcome this in, not as something that's external that, for instance, you're thinking perhaps will never happen. It does happen. So we've got to think positive. It's almost like this is coming to you. Say, thank you, this is coming. Thank you, bringing this particular person to me. It's great.
Beautiful.
Yes. How's that?
Lovely message. Beautiful.
Okay, beautiful. Gabby says you love me in your reading. Yes, I know, but we need a colour and we need a question. And right, okay, Deborah, let's go down to this. This producer, spiritual pathway. Okay, let's get shuffling your cards here, and I'll get shuffling my cards here, and I'll just use the cards on this and see what comes up. And we'll draw one of yours out, and right, shall we go that one? Take a pick. Oh wow.
Ooh, let your past go.
Okay, let your past go. The burden of carting your past around has made you weary. Okay, dear one. This is nice, isn't it? Dear one. It's time to set this burden down. Keep only the lessons and the love and leave everything else behind you. You don't want it or need it, and it's now gone. So it's about letting go of the past, stepping into the future, and
some people find that difficult, don't they?
It is, but when we're going through this changing era, no matter who we are, it is about letting that stuff go and just going, right, forget it. We're now coming into a more of a feminine, inspirational, and spiritual time.
Definitely.
And we need to lift. Get our energies up there, guys.
And our past doesn't define who we are today, in the sense of, we might have, maybe said things, done things, experience things, but how we learn and grow from those challenges, is what's important.
Yes.
And how we look at the future.
Yes, absolutely. Now it's interesting here. I've just drawn out your first card. Eight of Diamonds. Oops, sorry, there it is. Eight of Diamonds. You can't see it that way because of the light. But Eight of Diamonds. Eight of Diamonds is a lovely, lovely card. It comes to energy. It comes to energy here, and you don't need to take on heavy burdens. Queen of Hearts. You'll work with love. You'll work with love. There it is. There. Queen of Hearts. Work with love. Fantastic. How's that? How's that? Right. Okay. Maria Helmsley says, light green. Will I get home soon?
Let's get Maria.
Let's get Maria. Come home.
Bless her.
Yeah, she's there.
Stuck.
Yeah.
You're stuck, aren't you, darling?
I just heard this call earlier from Maria. She says, phone home. Sorry, Maria.
She's missing her pussycats.
Oh, that's lovely.
Aren't you?
She is. Right, okay. We got here. Oh, now this is interesting. You've got, will you get home soon? Your cards are throwing different things at you. Would you understand that sometimes you're opening up opportunities over there as well as over here. Would you understand you want to change your working life a little bit? See, even the dog agrees. Yeah, he's saying yeah. See? Entrepreneur. Entrepreneur. Look at this. Look at this. Entrepreneur. And it says self-employment suits your disposition and intentions. Working for yourselves allows you to better follow your intuition and divine guidance. We are co-workers and teammates. We remain loyally by your side to ensure your success in all ways.
Interesting.
How is that? That is nice. That is nice. Yeah. Okay, Maria, let's have a little look here. Now, I also pick up here, that's about work. It's not about getting home. So whatever you're doing work-wise, I wouldn't rush. The energies are telling me here not to panic, rush about anything because of what you're going to be setting up and doing in the near future here. I see gardens around. You're doing something with gardens or gardening in some respects. And my goodness, I like this. Ooh. Jack of Diamonds. Jack of Diamonds here is a lovely card, especially when you start something new that's exciting. New and exciting here. You've got the Joker. The Joker says here, try something new. Try something new. Try something outside off the wall. And then you've got the Two of Diamonds here. There it is. Two of Diamonds. More than one job. More than one job you're doing. And sometimes here, it's not doing things physically one-to-one like we are here. Maybe it's doing stuff where you want to do stuff over a telephone or maybe things like this and start working that way. Whatever it is, don't sit there thinking I'm stuck. You're not. You're not. It's doing things a different way. Your cats are fine.
Opportunities are everywhere, and I think you know where we're all feeling stuck. And, you know, opportunities are everywhere.
They are. They are. They are.
It's just opening our minds to them.
This is my God. We got right. Okay. Let's go. Jo Garden. She goes red. Love reading, please. Love. Now I've got a lady here. As soon as I mentioned your name, I've got a lady here. She just stepped through. Now she's coming through. You've got one of your spirit guides standing beside you. Would you understand here? I've said here that you are the helper, you are the healer, and you are there to help people, help you in many ways. And sometimes looking for love in that particular area doesn't always work, unfortunately, because you're helping people, but to mix love in with it as well doesn't work. This is what she's telling me. And so I've got to find someone here to say where you're not looking after someone, but someone who's mutual to you or someone who wants to care for you a little bit here. Now it's interesting because I also pick up here, I've got another guy who's just come through called Stan. He's just given me his name, Stan. So I'll just go read from him. And he was a man who had a hat on his head, here. Stan the man, it's a bit like this. And they're both here, they're both working with me to say to you here that regarding where love is concerned, there is a man that's going to start coming through into your life here. But at the moment, you may have choices of two guys here. And they're just saying here, peace, relax. Nothing has to happen. It happens by being done organically rather than trying to force something, trying to push something through. How's that?
Interesting.
Oh, look at this.
Steady progress.
Steady progress. How's that? We acknowledge you for the progress you've made in remembering love in your daily activities. Yes, we can clearly see the contribution you're making to the world through your thoughts, feelings, and actions in love. Yes. Okay, how's that? Sound nice? Yeah. Good. Oh, yes, there it is. Yes. How's that? We whistle down here. Let's go and have Lisa Borgard says, right, blue, love and relationship path. Right, Lisa, very good morning to you.
Love ones wanting to go up here, isn't there?
Yes.
People
Well, at the
feeling
moment,
stuck in love, people feeling that it's time to move on, people feeling that they need companion, a bit of love, support. And it sounds that way, doesn't it?
I mean, at the moment, we're a bit limited in relationships, aren't we? Because we've got a choice about one of three people: the dustman, the postman, or the milkman.
I was talking to someone the other day, and they said that their son had fallen in love, and I was like, "Oh my God, brilliant! He's got a girlfriend." And she's like, "Yeah, but they haven't met yet. They've just met online, and they talk 2 hours every night, and they're in love." And I'm just finding that all a bit weird.
Well, people are like that, but love comes in through funny ways, though, doesn't it? I mean, I know people have gone through this.
And you can have a connection. I totally get that. If you've got something in common with somebody, even if you haven't met, I suppose if you're chatting, I do get that. And I know lots of people who have met online, and it's been very, very successful. Yes. Okay.
Right. You get all sexual with your with the internet, can't you?
Yeah, with your webcam.
Yeah, that's right. You've got your hard drive. And you've got your
and your Zoom.
A Zoom. Sorry. Have you got your Nokias? Oh, sorry. Sorry. Right, where are we? Now, the blue love relationship path. Now, as I'm talking here, I would like to talk to. Now, you've been blocked on this, haven't you? You've been really blocked. And part of this block, would you understand here, is also from an older woman around you, which is either mother related along the line here, because you've been blocked by feeling, I can't get anywhere, because you've been carrying weight on your shoulders, which does not belong to you. Not belong to you. Would you understand here the need to really lighten up, tap into your heart here, be in the code of love. You had a love within yourself here, just thinking love. You don't have to follow the Morse code, although that really works. But just tapping here, just thinking love, happiness, relationships, and where this is going to work for you. And I think this will work. But she is here. I'll just pick up the energies around you spiritually, that you've been blocked by other women, and don't feel stuck like that. Right. And yes, a lot of restriction here, but it's changing. Right. Okay, where are you going here? Let's take that little one there. How's that?
Yes.
Heart chakra. Woohoo! Heart chakra. Look at this. Wow. Love is the heart of the matter. Your heart is the center within your physical being, attuned most to love. It is lovely. Okay. It's safe for you to love and be loved with an open heart as you stand by with perfect protection and guidance. Yes. How's that?
Beautiful. We have to trust in our guides and our, that we are being guided, aren't we? Yes. Sometimes we're not as open to those messages, and we kind of miss them maybe along the way. But
the greatest way, I think, to connect and listen to the guides is to feel through your gut, feel through your heart, and sometimes when you're in a very calm place. And one of the calmest places that I feel when the spirit communicates with me is when I'm out walking my dog.
Yeah, me too.
Yes, there's my dog, not your dog.
Me too. I've got 4.
You got 4? I've got 1. Possibly going on to more. But more about that later. Right, okay. Right, relationships here. Yes, I can see the stress, but would you understand it, Lisa, is to unblock the stress around you that is being put in this situation or blocking you. You're going to have choices of relationships come up in front of you.
Oh, you might have a choice.
Choices, but you are strong. There's going to be someone here who's going to be very, very strong to you, and it's going to be proven to be a very strong relationship, very loyal, great loyalty, and it's about you letting go of past stresses. How's that? Good. Okay, and hey, look, we even have people. Here chat away with each other. We've got Maria saying, "Hey, Charlie. Hey, Charlie. Hey, Maria." I love his colour. I love his colour, but what is it?
Oh, cerise. You know what cerise is?
That's that greeny colour, isn't it?
No.
It's a bluey colour.
No.
It's a pinky colour.
Serious?
Okay.
No, you're winding me up, aren't you? He's definitely winding me up. This cerise is like this.
Yes, it's a nice colour. Yes, it is nice. Yeah. Yes, it's almost like a salmon-y colour sort of thing, isn't it?
No.
It is, yeah.
It's like this. Well, it's not really bright enough. Cerise pink.
Yes, it's like a pinky colour.
Yeah, it's not salmon, is it?
Salmon, that's a pink.
Salmon's pink.
Hey, do you get or do you not get pink salmon?
They call it pink salmon, but it's not really
But
pink.
It's not blue, is it?
It's peach. Coral.
Coral. A salmon called coral. What is coral? Dear God. That's hilarious.
I love cerise, Charlie.
Yes, okay. It's very nice. You've got a fan there of cerise. Emotional protection. Okay. Emotional protection here. This is interesting because I can feel the emotion right up to here. Would you understand here? This is about stuff. This is about releasement. This is about emotional release. This is coming through really hard and fast. The need to release a lot of old stuff that needs to come up and come out and just be rid of it. But it's. Would you understand what I said here? Emotional protection is about fear of releasement, wondering what's going to happen. Are you going to fall apart? Is everything going to go wrong? I think here this is a need to discuss this with somebody and need to discuss how to move on and to be able to protect yourself.
You know what I do with emotional protection? Sorry to interrupt you there. Is sometimes if I know that I'm feeling vulnerable or I need to protect my emotions, I envisage that I'm walking out or into a situation or wherever and just protect myself in a bubble. So that I protect my own emotions so that whatever it is, outside influences or whoever, whatever, then I just completely envisage and I walk out and I've got this protective bubble around me.
Would you understand as well with that protective bubble? Oh, that's great, we've got protection to stop stuff coming in, but this is stuff that's trapped.
Yes.
The stuff is trapped, but this also is stuff that needs to come out.
Yeah, absolutely.
And sometimes, yes, and noticing where that sometimes the, if you call it experience, feeling, wherever it is, it could be it's in a shoulder, like I've got achy shoulders, I've got this all emotional stuff.
Yeah.
Tap your shoulders, but send through a code of love through there, just to release it, just to wake up your body to release
Definitely.
things.
And do you know the other day, I don't know if you saw it, it was about, not last week, the week before, I went into Denia very early and I sat by the sea and I watched the sunrise. I don't know if you saw my live video. And I literally had tears strolling down my face. I wasn't sad, crying, but it was so emotional and it was such an amazing release. Whatever the energy it gave me from being there at that particular moment was the most beautiful sensation ever.
Yes.
And maybe you should do something different like that that you wouldn't normally do, but it will just create the most incredible energy for your body to help you release and you know, to have an emotional cry in a nice way is beautiful, cleansing for the body.
It's an interesting thing as well, Charlie, because sometimes I get the feeling here that it's sometimes when we have a release like that, we feel silly, we feel weak, we feel that we're not strong, and there's somewhere someone told us here, you've got to be strong, it's a stiff upper lip or things like this. No, it's about understanding why we've been hurt. And oh my goodness, you could do this, Charlie, you really can. This is about moving on from past times, but it is the clubs. It's going to be about discussions. Livening your life up through children, through playing your drums. That's fantastic. Emotional protection, come through music, definitely. You protected, bang, I certainly am. And the telly here is about not overloading ourselves, thinking too much, but feeling. Feeling.
Interesting.
Okay, Deborah says, light workers who are chosen to incarnate at this time to experience this. Yes, all this particular period we're going through. A lot of spiritual people are needed right now, or connecting and forming greater rings, like branching out in beautiful patterns to be able to connect one another to enable this. And it is about now, rather than just being wanting to go and be the super experienced one, a super confident one. Yes, that's lovely, but it is about working with each other, connecting people.
Definitely.
That's why we love doing these shows with so many different people, because it brings...
We are stronger together.
We are, dear.
We are definitely stronger together.
Oh dear. Okay, right. Good. Media says, I do understand it. Good. Joe says, good morning, glad you are well. I didn't choose that picture of you, Helen. No, that's going to change. Don't worry. We put a nice one, but it's in deep thought there. Okay. And Media says, I can feel him too. Deborah says, okay, Joe, I hope you're well. And I will send you a better one. No, it's all right. I've got a better one for you. Right. Okay. Colour is teal. Can I have a general reading, please? This is for Gabby. Okay. Right. Gabby, let's have a little look at you here. This is working through.
Teal. I love teal.
Teal.
It's quite a healing colour, no? Teal?
Yes, that's that ready colour, isn't it?
Moving swiftly.
I love this.
And love.
Peace and love. Colourful life we lead. Okay, right. So, Gabby, the first thing I'd like to say to you is have a general reading colour too. I would say to you here, would you understand here that you're on a pathway which in some respects here is like it's gone into the clouds. And then you're going, where am I going? Where am I going? What's going on? And I'm picking up here though. Would you understand that spiritually you're turning here. You're turning into and coming out with more spiritual energy yourself. So would you understand this energy is getting stronger? This is the first thing I'd like to say here. The second part to this here I pick up is, would you understand here that sometimes you're around environments where people just do not understand you? We do. We get you, Gabby. This is because here you are evolving. You're evolving now. And it sounds, if I'm sounding airy-fairy, I apologise, but it's not. Because I pick up mentally, emotionally, spiritually, you're going through a lot of change. But you're going to start working with something soon. Would you understand here that you would like to work more with healing? Would you understand that? Because I pick up that energy is quite strong.
So many heebie-jeebies.
Heebie-jeebies, yes. And I think here the energies around you are going to start working enormously over the next sort of few months or so, in which case, fantastic. But I pick up here, don't worry about this. Okay, would you understand your father on the other side, please? Got this gentleman with me, and he's looking at your house. And would you understand your redesigning, redoing your house? Because this gentleman is with me who wants to help you and saying here that he's right there with you, watching what you're doing. So it's a lovely energy he wants to put across. Okay.
Do you know that one of the weird things what you just said at the start there, and I think I can relate to that, when you start a spiritual journey and you go through a spiritual awakening or an awakening, and you feel that other people don't understand you and that they're not ascending or awakening at the same time.
Yeah.
And you unless you sort of have a little separate circle where you can feel that you are pretty normal and this is, this is your vibe.
Yes.
And this is where you're meant to be ascending to.
Yes.
Because you can quite easily feel quite alone when you go through a spiritual awakening.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I know I did.
Yes.
When I realised that I was going through my spiritual awakening, it can be a lonely place.
It could be a lonely place, but what it's also is here is something beautiful awakens inside you.
Oh, it's incredible.
But it's very difficult to express it to people.
Share it with someone.
And when someone isn't in the same mainframe, then it's like, yes, you suddenly think, you question yourself.
It's the most beautiful feeling ever.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Right. Where we go now? We're going to Helen. She says, Silver General, please. General, not a major or a colonel, but she says.
Did we do a card for Gabby?
Oh, sorry. Let's do a card for Gabby. Gabby, you've got to come back to you.
Sorry, Gabby.
Sorry, Gabby. I do apologise. Let's go for that.
We got carried away.
We did. Ground yourself. Oh, wow. This is so interesting to what we're going through here. I think it's a good idea.
Card as well.
Okay. When you detach from awareness of your body and the physical world, you become ungrounded. Although it's pleasant to float heavenward, your attention and your work is needed upon the earth. We're helping you balance the spiritual and material so you can enjoy a fulfilling earthly life. How's that?
It's very nice indeed. Beautiful angel.
Yes. We do like beautiful angels. Yes. Right. Okay. Right. Helen Silver, general reading, please. This is interesting. Straight away here. He's straight here, laughing, joking, wants to come through. Shows me money. He's got money in his hand here. In for a penny, in for a pound. This gentleman here says his name is Bill. And I pick up here your father straight away. And he's got his hand over with money. He says, in for a penny, in for a pound. He's laughing. He also wants to show me gardening, but he also wants to show me a garden that's growing. This is not, it could be two things here, but I know what I do believe I understand what he's saying. He says here, there's something special about a garden which belongs to him, which was part of him, which is in a garden, whether it's ashes or whether this is something symbolically that's planted in a garden, because this is what he wants to show me. He also wants to show me here, very, very nice this is, the garden is also about you growing and the flowers coming up and blooming and you growing spiritually. And he says to me here, he says, he's here, but the one who guides you is your grandmother.
Wow. Your
grandmother guides you. She is here and she's like a very strong force of nature bringing this energy through. And she wants to say how much she's loving you, and they're all telling me here how proud they are of you. And they're saying to me here too that where there may have been a rift or a misunderstanding, whatever this is, just time is healing and it's good.
Interesting. This card actually dropped while you were talking to Helen, so I think this has to be Helen's card.
Okay. Oh, okay. Cleanse and detoxify. Okay, with great love and respect, we ask you to detoxify your precious and sensitive body. Okay, there's a bit of trap wind and things like that. Yes, anyway. At your request, we'll help you to develop life-affirming ways to deal with stress, as well as ease any sorrow at shielding your old ways. Give your cares, worries, and concerns to us, and feel the beautiful grace of your newly purified body. How's that?
Yeah, I think that's good. You can look at that from a food and drink point of view, a cleanse and detox, but you can also look at that from the aspect of maybe there's toxic people in your life, maybe there's people that you need to, or energies in your life that you need to sort of get rid of and, walk away from as well.
Yes. He's just told me here as well, there's another house. Just told me it's another house. You'll be given keys or looking at keys, and where you're going here. Oh my goodness. You're going to be a very, very busy woman this year. You've got the Ace of Diamonds. You'll be loving the work you're doing, carrying a message of spirit across with you. And yes, you'll be in all sorts of places, earning well and opportunities coming to you. And your ace here says you'll be working very, very, very hard. Yes, a very strong year for you, Helen.
Wow.
Very strong year. Amazing. Brilliant. Okay, right, let's go. Okay, Deborah says, oh, thank you. I'm working with ancestral healing and more profound readings. Yes, brilliant. Brilliant. And Batchy is responding to your dog. Brilliant.
Sorry, Betty.
Right, okay. Turquoise. No, Maria says here, so I'm going to stay. Not necessarily, no. I wouldn't say here, just saw that part there because your reading was earlier. I wouldn't say it's that. I think this is purely about just at the moment, just enjoy until things ease up a little bit, but you'll find yourself being very busy in different ways.
Yeah, don't be anxious about where you are right now.
No. Right, Sarah Katrina says, turquoise spiritual development. I love turquoise. That red colour is just fantastic. Anyway, so as we actually turquoise is lovely. Yes, pink. Anyway, so as we're working through this here, I would like to say to you here, I've got the image of it. Oh my goodness! Right. Okay, I've got to say this to you. You're being extremely protected at the moment. I felt this really strongly just come around me. There is a very angelic guide that's with you, and you may have experienced this, like the gown of a guide, like a white gown, long white gown, very silky white, but I'm being shown that you're being extremely protected, and to work spiritually, you've got to go your way of doing things, and your way of opening, and your way of developing. It's not the old rooted paths. A lot of those old ways are going. We're now evolving in a different way. And you, my dear, I'll tell you what, the way you're going to be working is people at the moment, it's a bit like those people of the past. They had great prophecies. I mean, even we were saying here that the world was flat, and then other people coming along and saying, no, it's round. And then later on, they were right. They're right. And a lot of work you're going to be doing is going to be Copernicus. Copernicus, that was him. Copernicus said the world was flat. They said the world was round. They would say it's flat, and he got chopped up for it. But afterwards, it worked out. Oh, he was right after all, but it's a bit late because he's down the ground. Anyway, but I pick up here.
That's a conversation for another day. Actually.
That I'm sure there's a happy ending there somewhere. Anyway, but this is about you. So you're going to start saying stuff now that people later on will go, Sarah, you were right. Yes.
Wow.
There you go.
We haven't done a card for Sarah.
We need to do a card for Sarah. Let's do it. Should we have a shuffle?
I've shuffled.
Have you? Oh, you're organised.
I'm really organised.
Right, okay. Shall we go? Let's go that one, shall we? Child. Okay. Oh, okay. Now this is interesting. And the card has an angel on it. That's really interesting. Right. You care deeply about children, and they readily respond to your love. This is really a poignant to you at the moment. All children, including your own inner child, require love, affection, and attention. We can clear and open your heart and schedule so that you can give more time and energy to children who need you. I couldn't say. That was probably a more poignant card at the moment than sort of ever been. That's lovely. That's lovely.
Interesting.
Okay, if I look at the cards here that come up for this, yes, it's about trusted relationships with you. Wow. There's you being strong, and don't, this is you, actually, I like this card here in many respects, because the 8 is sometimes a challenging card, but don't give in to the face of adversity. Keep going.
Very easy to give up right now.
Yes. Right, okay. Charlie, we've all done a reading for you. We've got to go down to everybody else. Right. Maria says miss her cats. And, okay. Right, what's this about Batty or Phil? Deborah's saying something here. I don't know what. There's saying something there. Right. Jay Jones. Let's have a look at this. Okay. Right. I love the next person down. Someone called Effie Aff. Effie Aff. What a great name. We'll come back to you in a minute. But, okay, yeah, right. Jay, she says, Teal 4792, move, love. Okay. I think, yes, okay, I think we know where we're going there. Right, okay, teal, teal, right, okay, the first thing I'd like to say here is it's, you know how, this sounds a bit ominous, you know, like a spider, a snake, and probably other things, they shed their skin. And this is like wherever's going on at the moment. Regarding a move, is like the old skin is coming off. You're thinking it's not happening. The old dreams, the old inspirations are going away. They're not. It's just that something is moving out of your life for something new to come in. Now, I pick up here what's going to start happening with you is don't give in on the progress you made so far, but to keep going ahead. And I feel here the inference is about you. I know you're asking about love. I wouldn't go down that road at the moment. I'd say about the move and where your energy is going now is about, yes, it's about you evolving, changing, and coming to who you are. The problems when we go through a process of change like this is when you find someone, you're quickly going through a dimension of change and growth. And sometimes who we thought they were at the start, by the end of this period of change, you're looking at them slightly differently. And so I wouldn't put too much influence there, but this feeling of change around you is beautiful. It's very nice. Yes. And they're dancing with you. Would you understand here dancing? Would you understand here healing, helping? But they're dancing with you in the spirit world over here. So I think you're doing something like that somewhere. So good on you. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay. Let's have a look. Go for it. Wow. Wow. I love this card here. There's you on a horse. On a horse. Isn't that nice? Yes. Good. Got the galloping trots. Anyway, so go for it. It says, your prayers and positive expectations have been heard and answered. We've been working with you on this situation since its genesis. And we continue to watch over you and everyone involved. Stay on your present path as it will take you far indeed. How's that?
Beautiful.
Sounds nice, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now this, I love this name. I love your name, Effie. Effie Ath. It sounds Norwegian probably, or Dutch or Belgium or somewhere there, but Life Mission. Life Mission. Okay, so Blue Life Mission. If I was to work with you here, the first thing I want to say here is I got silver coins around me. So whatever you're doing at the moment work-wise is not bringing you everything that you want, but it is bringing you something. And it's not the gold that you want in your life at the moment. Would you understand here there's a teacher in you? And would you also understand here that as I'm working with you, there's another energy as well, just picking up. And that is to say to you, I feel there's a healing mission about you, but also I feel it's for you to be greater empowered by your belief system is the strongest point. It's about your healing, your strength inside of you, and how sometimes, just as your image there looks like you're on, I don't know, by a beach on top of the mountain on your thumbnail. I don't know which one it is, but it looks great. But being high up, being in the air, being in that condition, being in nature is fantastic. So your life mission here is a tutor, a guide, and someone and on that pathway.
Wow.
And yeah, I think it's good. Your granddad's with you. Your granddad's walking the path with you. This is really interesting because he was a man who would sing under his own breath. So his own breath here. And he's quite happy walking on the path. He walks along the path with you. He's singing it. And all he says to you here is your mission is the path you're walking at the present time. That's his message to you.
Wow.
Okay.
That is amazing.
Right. Listen. Oh, right. Okay. I like this.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Perfect timing.
A lovely little angel there. Sorry, it's the green screen camera there. But yes, the lovely little angel there. Lovely angel singing away, as we were saying here, and with a Colgate ring above her head. You know, this angelic thing. Perfect timing. Now is the perfect moment for you to act on your inspirations. The doors are open. While you walk through them with us by your side. Don't delay or procrastinate, as all of the ingredients are right for your success. Everything and everyone is on your side, supporting your positive outcome.
Lovely.
Isn't that nice?
Beautiful.
Isn't that nice? Very, very nice.
Timing.
Very, very nice. Okay, guys, very good morning to everyone who's come through. And I just want to say here that No, Emma's come through here. She says he completely forgot about live chat. This was put on additionally, just to let you know that it's not something that you missed. I put it out on Facebook and Instagram yesterday and this morning. So no, there's still the astrology show, which is tomorrow morning. So this was just an addition put on at short notice because I do those things. Just drop in every now and then.
Bring an extra vibe into the week.
Yes. Okay. Right. Okay. Right, okay, let's go for it. Let's go for it. Guys, I just want to say here, we've been on for the hour. I just want to say here, have you enjoyed it?
Oh, it's amazing. Beautiful, lovely, incredible energy.
Yes, yes.
And hopefully everybody else has felt the vibes too. And given everybody a little bit of positivity and, away from the chaos outside.
Yes, yes. Yeah, absolutely. And Deborah says here, Helen Grady, one of my favourite spiritual mediums. Always a great privilege to work with such a lovely and talented lady. I love this.
Oh,
yes. And everyone's saying how nice that is too. So brilliant. Okay, right, guys, we've come to the end. It's been up for the hour there, but we'll be on the show again tomorrow morning. I'm joined by the fabulous Guillermo. We're talking astrology, spirituality, numerology, and cartomancy. So we'll be doing that for the hour between 11 and 12. 11 EU time, 10 a.m. UK. And on Friday, I'm joined by a fabulous lady. Her name's Monique, and she's a spiritual artist. So this could be an interesting show indeed. And so, guys, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed it. And what I say here, well, this was put on. The idea was this was put on literally yesterday, I think, wasn't it? Yeah. Yesterday, the day before. But we was like, come on, let's go and do it. Let's go and do a live program. Lastminute.com. So we did this. But guys, thank you so much for being on the show. And thank you to all your lovely comments, guys. Hearts and burgers. Hearts and burgers. It's all the same. Don't you just love your burgers? You love your hearts. Yes.
Brilliant.
Okay, take care, guys. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.